So I just want to thank you all for all coming here, all 10 of you, and the people behind the camera. Thank you for coming and sitting and listening to me for the next 2 minutes. I'm glad for us that are here that there's food after this because I'm starving. Okay, so for those of you who don't already know me, which you guys do, but my name is Brooke and I'm your current VP Social for New College. And in this upcoming spring election, I'm running for next year's VP Social as well because I wish to continue on what I've already started this year. So for one, I'm extremely involved in the New College in York community as I play sports, attend all events, and you can always find me in the lounge, on campus, or in the office. The main duty of the VP Social is to plan the events for New College, along with the rest of the social team, and the council obviously helps out. So some of the major events that I did this year were Welcome Week, which was the week after we did Orientation Week. I did Frost Revival Party, Montreal Frost Week, and Blue Mountain. Those were the major events that I had this year. And then all the other little events such as like skating downtown, Sky Zone, movie nights, and karaoke. They're also done by myself and the social team as well as the rest of the council. So I love working with the council as a whole, especially in New College because it's made a huge impact on my life. I've learned to love university and all that it has to offer. First coming in, I was a really nervous kid. I was the only one from my high school. I didn't know anyone, so definitely being on council gave me that opportunity to get out there and meet everyone. I also choose to live at school in order to fulfill my job to the highest degree. I could commute if I really wanted to, but living here also gives me that extra time. If anybody needs me, they can call me. I'm always here. So I've had much experience in this position as I started with social events in grade 10. The first ever trip that I planned was to Mount Tremblant. And from there I went on to join my high school student council. So at the end, I ended up planning my high school grad trip, and as well as being president of my high school student council. Through high school, I was not only involved with student council from grade 10 on, but I was also on 7 other councils for Hamilton and Ontario. So I definitely know about time management. Plus I played sports all through high school, so I was a really busy kid. Plus I stayed up to my honor roll expectations. So obviously the drive to be a council and do social events didn't end as soon as I hit university. Before school even started, I sent an email to David, which was the president, asking him how I could even join council, and I hadn't even been accepted to York yet. So I'm a little bit psycho. I really, really, really wanted to be on council, and that's something that I just needed to do. So anyways, after I came in, I ended up becoming first year rep. In my first year, and I worked alongside of the VP Social at the time, which was Nalini, and she prepped me for this year on council being the VP Social. So I learned a ton from her. She taught me time management, what to do, everything in order. She gave me little jobs, kind of to get a feel for it. So she trained me for my job. And I feel because of that, I've done a good job this year with events. So my love for council and events doesn't stop, obviously, after this year, which is why I'm running for next year's. Since I've already done this job, my goal is not only to improve on past events, but as well as add new events. I really want to create more diversity and have more events out there. I want more than one event per month. I want 3, 4, 5, as many as we can get in there. Even little movie nights, because that's easy for kids to come out to. Ping pong tournaments, anything. So I'm always open-minded and I'm always available, which means I'm willing to make for anyone to give me suggestions and about events or activities that they would like to do. I want to increase New College pride and try and get as many people out to events as possible. Another goal I have is to create more free and affordable events because all of us know that we are starving students and cannot always afford to pay big money to go on events. So I'm very dedicated and hardworking and would love to continue as the VP Social for next year's College Council. As having experience and already done this job, I feel like I know what it takes to make another amazing New College year happen. For those of you behind the camera, if you have any questions, please feel free to Facebook me or my email's on the New College website, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you all for sitting here and listening to me. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned you used the word improve frequently.
Yeah.
And there's always room for improvement in every job.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, is there anything that you think did work too well this year and you want to do better?
So one thing that I learned through planning events is when dealing with people who are only sales reps or hotels that aren't major hotels, that was an issue, and I always have so I learned that as soon as I call, I'm can I talk to a manager? Because we're a university and we are big events, it's we're not a couple students going. It's a lot easier to plan something if you're talking to somebody with authority over the company. So it's a lot easier to say like, please have this in your book, please have this ready. Like, so when I call them, like, I need to speak to this person instead of going through a sales rep. And then I'm like, okay, I talked to this person last time. Do you have the information on file? So that's one thing that like I really learned that I need to do, just because of we had an issue with Montreal in the hotel with the manager that I dealt with not being there, and then their contract they didn't end up having ours, but I did, and they wouldn't accept it. So it was like a small issue that we ended up figuring out, but just being on top of everything and making sure you have that actual person to say like, this is the person that I talked to, and call them, like that's one major thing that I think is very important, and like that's what I can improve on.